Hi everybody, it's Dara, and I have been waiting for this moment. I am so incredibly honored to be here with my doctor, Dr. Habib Sadeghi, and we are here about to share what I did to heal or to reverse. How would you describe it?
I think,
Reverse the
healing,
symptoms. Healing.
which I guess signifies more of a dynamic process.
So this is Dr. Sadeghi, and he, about, how long ago was it? It could have been about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I ended up in this office. It was a miracle, frankly. I had just run out of my last pill of Synthroid. I had been on Synthroid for my thyroid for 7 years, and I had always known that I had wanted to get off of this medicine, but did not know how I would do it. I had no idea. But I was told that I would have to be on it for the rest of my life, and I had an inner knowing that that just really wasn't the case, but I didn't know where to start. And I remember coming in to Dr. Sadeghi. I had called him on a Saturday, and I said, a friend had recommended you, and I'm out of Synthroid and I don't know what to do. And I showed up with the bottle, and he actually met me on a Sunday, which is a miracle in itself. It was a Saturday that I called, and he said, I'll meet you at the office on a Sunday. I remember he said something about the muscle in my back, and I had kind of back issues, and he said, and this is the first time that I started learning that the physical things that you've gone through emotionally are actually going to manifest in your body, so much so that if your heart needs to protect itself, the muscles behind your heart will actually kind of encapsulate. So, we did physical manipulation to kind of free it, and you can go ahead and talk about the things that we...
Yeah.
So once I finally allowed myself to receive healing and to kind of let go and know that I was safe, that's when my healing began.
Yeah, that's the beginning, right? That's why when you look at it, I believe that perhaps my definition of healing is application of love to places inside that they're hurting. And if we don't really look at it, and if we only look at it from the perspective that, okay, my thyroid is not functioning, and you're wearing a white coat and you know best, so go ahead and give me a pill so now everything is going to be hunky-dory. Well, yeah, I mean, you could do that, and what we have within Orthodox medicine, there's some incredible medication, but I think healing is more than that. Healing is about really reflecting and seeing the dis-ease not as the worst thing that has ever happened to us. That could be a flu, that could be thyroid issues, or that could be a neurological issue, or it could be cancer. Could we look at it and not get fearful? When we get the message, can we not just get so fearful and contracted so that we would think that we have to be at the mercy of another person who is wearing white, and they have like all these acronyms at the end of their names, and they know more than we do. But see, that's not really accurate. That's not really accurate, because no matter how much knowledge I have, how can I really profess to know what this incredible, brilliant, sophisticated, a woman has gone through? You got to sit down, you got to listen. Okay, what is your journey? What have you gone through? And if they don't feel internally, if they don't feel safe within themselves, no amount of medication is going to do anything for that. We're going to address the thyroid issues. Yeah, the thyroid, the TSH, or the thyroid stimulating hormone might normalize, but is that really healing? Is that really the best way that we can apply loving to places inside that they're hurting? Or can we really use the thyroid condition, the multiple sclerosis, the Parkinson disease, the cancer, or the flu? It's interesting that last night we were talking about...
Before coming in here, last night I was sweats, chills, migraine headache, not mild. This was like really bad, put me in bed all day, and I thought, I've got to show up to do a healing video. I want to share this information so much with you all that I thought I have to be better. I willed myself better. But in the meantime, when I couldn't get out of bed, I thought, okay, I'll remember Dr. Sadeghi said apis mellifica, homeopathy, no Tylenol. There's no way I'm going to put toxins in my body to cover up a symptom. And I said, okay, why did I call this in? Well, how is this serving me to all of a sudden have to be in bed? What have I done? What does this mean? And I lied there. I knew it would pass, and it did. It was going to pass, and I am better this morning. I'm still a little hot. But part of it is just knowing that you're detoxing emotions, and you're having, it's not just the physical symptoms. And if you take a Tylenol to cover it up, it doesn't mean that it's going to go away. It's acknowledging why.
See, that's brilliant. And that's the particular mindset that I think it's healing. So, if we were to look at that, and I think universe has an amazing way of really teaching us, the night before the video, right? This is happening, and that's sort of like the practicum, right? It's like, okay, this is happening, what are you going to choose? Are you going to feel contracted? Are you going to feel fearful? Or are you going to use something that will address your clinical symptoms, the fever, the chills, but at the same time, really surrender and nurture yourself in your own loving and ask, what could this mean? Is there anything that this has for me to learn from? In other words, it's not an accident. See, up until now, based on Orthodox medicine, we've looked at it and we're like, it's a germ theory. It's a bacteria, it's a virus, it's a parasite, right? And you look at the father of germ theory, Louis Pasteur, on his deathbed.
He said, oops, yeah, germs don't kill us.
That's right. It's it's the train that's important, not necessarily the agent. It's what you do with this, with the body. Okay? How is it conducive to sickness? Is it conducive to for us getting parasitic infections? If I don't drink my water, and if I leave it and I come back in 2 weeks, well, there's going to be tadpole growing in that cup. Is that because what? There was something there? No, it's stagnation. And what is that stagnation? Stagnation is could be 38 years of not verbalizing your feelings. Feeling that you're not good enough. That, just imagine that. Just imagine, forget 38 years. Just imagine for 365 days you wake up and think that I'm not good enough. I've done something wrong, and I can never do it. You're never good enough. You can never do that. Well, these are the set of ceiling effects that we've all have created for ourselves. And out of that way of being, out of that way of thinking, the manifestation is what we get. Sometimes, if we're lucky, we get a disease. And that disease will point in the direction of, hey, the way that you're doing things, it's not working for you. You got to change things. You got to change things.
True. It's so true. It's amazing. Yeah. So that means that we are empowered. We have the power to heal ourselves with guidance and with people who've studied and know certain things about what kinds of vitamins to take or this and that. And guidance is so incredible. But I couldn't possibly have gotten better if I wasn't willing to go, oh, I didn't feel safe, or I wasn't verbalizing, or taking responsibility, I think, is the first.
Absolutely.
Yeah.